By now, I know that this is getting annoying to you. The app that I'm using to make these videos and upload them to YouTube is crashing. Not sure why. I think it's because I had to get a new laptop and perhaps the license didn't transfer properly. But until Tuesday, it's the best. So, apologize about that. I discussing the primary groups, secondary group, one of each from your life, and explain what is potentially positive about being in each of those groups and then potentially negative. And remember, no group is perfect, so there've got to be, of course, positive things about your primary group, but if you really think along about it enough, you can recognize it potentially, or every now and then there are some negative aspects to being in that group as well. Same thing with secondary group. Probably more negative things are easier to think of, but there's got to be at least one or two positive things. Otherwise, why would we stay in that group? And then finally, read the article. Uh, um, and how has each group shaped you? So I was there. And then read the article again. It's in the text. It's social networking. You're not a customer, you're the product. Um, After you read that article, I ask you to think about, does what you learned about the use of social media make you feel, how does it make you feel? Um, Likely to change how you use social media? Why or why not? Okay, so that's just your opinion after you think about what you learned from that article. And then the last question is from chapter 4, explain socialization, discuss the agents of socialization, give you some page numbers there. And the four agents that you should discuss are family, media, peers, and schools. So sum it up just to explain that socialization is the process by which society is teaching us norms and values so we can contribute to society. Yes, true. But explain those agents. How does family play a role in socialization? How do schools play a role in socialization? What about peers? And what about the media? They all play a role in socialization. There's a great discussion in the text. And you can use your own powers of analysis as well to think about how these each have helped to socialize you as well. And then explain in detail Cooley's looking glass self theory and needs theory. Cooley's looking glass self theory, remember, is the idea that we, how people perceive us, how they treat us based upon their perception of us may, if we're treated often enough in a similar way, we may internalize those ideas and we may begin to think of ourselves in the same way that people treat us and how they perceive us, which could be positive, it could be negative. The needs theory makes sure that what he did is he didn't necessarily agree with Cooley, but he added to it. He made it more specific. And so in needs theory, he identifies the three stages that we go through. So make sure you talk about each of those three stages. I ask if you believe that these theories help to explain the development of your own self-identity, why or why not. And then finally, to explain role conflict and role strain, give one example of each that you have experienced. Not your mom, not your sister, but you. How have you experienced role strain? How have you experienced role conflict? Okay. All right, that's it.